So we're going to start today lying down on the mat, so you can make yourself comfortable. Coming on down, and when you're there, we'll just take a few moments here to settle into the practice. So you might start to relax your shoulders into the mat, loosen up your jaw, relax your facial muscles. As the body starts to relax, you might start to take a deep inhalation and a long exhale out. As you're here, thanking yourself for showing up and for doing this practice. The hardest part is over now that you've made it here. Giving ourselves a few more moments here just to arrive to the practice. As always, your mind will probably try to drift away. So take it back to your body, see if there's anything that you're clenching, and just see how relaxed you can become here. We'll bring a small bit of awareness back now, so you might just move your fingers and toes, maybe circle through your ankles and wrists if that feels good. And then from here, you can take a bend into your knees, having your feet about hip distance apart on the mat. We'll do some windshield wipers. So as you exhale, drop the knees to one side. Inhale to pick them up. Exhale to go to the opposite side. And keep going here, keeping that connection to your breath. Only moving as fast as you're breathing here. Next time that your knees are back in center, you can keep them there, and we'll set ourselves up for bridge pose. So you can reach your hands down towards your heels, pressing your lower back into the mat, and then when you're ready, lift the hips up towards the sky. So don't worry too much about how high up you can get those hips. We're not fully warmed up yet, so just being gentle with yourself here. Take a few really big breaths in and out, filling up your belly each time. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, you can slowly start to bring your spine back down onto the mat. Once your hips have landed, you can bring your knees up towards your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a really big hug here, squeezing away any tension from your hips and your lower back. And of course you can stay still here, or you can gently rock from side to side. Now we'll make our way into a twist. So we're setting ourselves back up into that bridge position. This time you can bring your right ankle up onto your left thigh. So you've made those figure 4 shapes with your legs. And then from here, drop both of your knees over towards the left side of the mat. And as always, it doesn't matter how far over they go or how it looks. Just focus on how it's feeling for you here. Then we have a few options. You can reach your arms out wide. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can look over at that right hand. Or you might take this left hand up onto this top leg and very gently encourage it a little bit closer to the floor. Just checking in, seeing how everything is feeling. And when you find some pockets of tension, just take a really big breath into it. Keeping your feet as they are, you can make your way back to center. We'll take that right foot back onto the mat and bring the left ankle to the right thigh. Just like before, drop your knees over to the right side this time. And then set yourself up for whatever works for you. We'll spend a moment here getting rid of all of that tension from the left hip. Whenever you're ready to come out of the pose, make your way back. We'll do some windshield wipers again. Those twists can gather a little bit of tension in the hips or the lower back. So if that's the case, take this time now to get that out of your body. Now from here, we'll make our way into tabletop pose. So you can take your time getting there, coming onto all fours, or you might rock your way back up, and then we'll meet in tabletop pose. So checking in here, fingers are spread nice and wide, or you can take those fists for wrists. Shoulders are above the wrists and knees are directly below the hips. We'll do a few rounds of cat and cow. So start to inhale and point your tailbone up. Drop your belly towards the mat. Bring the chest forward and look up. Exhale, point the tailbone down, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest and drop the head. Keep going, a few more rounds here. Coming back to center, we'll move the spine in the other way so hips can come to the left. Look back over your left shoulder. Hips can come to the right, look back over your right shoulder. We'll do that a few more times, seeing what you can loosen up a little bit along the side of your body, maybe up into your neck as well. And then we'll start to come back. You can take the weight off of your wrists here, maybe just circle them out. You can also stretch, do whatever you need to do. And then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. So this time hands are a bit closer to the top of your mat. Curl your toes, drag the hips up and back. You might just paddle your feet here. Sway the hips from side to side. See how your legs are feeling today. Don't forget about those deep belly breaths, still sending your breath all the way in. And then you might just hold your downward dog here for a few breaths. So feet are hip distance apart, knees can stay bent. Point the tailbone towards the sky. Release your head towards the mat. Heels don't have to touch the mat here, but you can just encourage them down. And as you stretch all through the back of your body, keep pushing yourself away from your hands. And we'll take 3 really big breaths in here. Start to walk your feet towards your hands. We'll transition into a standing forward fold. Feet still hip distance apart here. Knees can still be bent. Head hanging heavy. Hands low and head low to the mat as well. You can tuck your chin to your chest and really slowly start to roll yourself up, stacking the vertebrae on top of each other, and then the back of the neck is the last part to straighten up. So from here we'll make our way to stand at the top of the mat. We'll move into some sun salutation A, but before we do that, just find a nice standing pose here. So palms might be together at your chest. Feet are close together. You might lift your toes and then spread them wide before you put them back down, so you have a nice solid foundation. And press into all 4 corners of both feet. Tuck your tailbone under and start to reach the crown of your head towards the sky. So your spine is a little bit longer here. Relax your shoulders, loosen your jaw. And just notice how it feels just to stand here. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, take a big breath in, and sweep the hands up and slightly back behind you, bringing the hips in front. Exhale, bend the knees, release your hands down either side of your feet, and then bring your nose towards your knees. Big breath in, right foot back behind you, drop the knee and bring the top of the foot to the mat. We'll hang out here in a lunge just for a moment. Take a big breath in. And when you're ready, hold your breath and step back into a high or a modified plank. Exhale, drop your knees, point the tailbone up, just the chest in between the hands, and then chin can come to the forehead. Chin can come to the floor. Inhale, slide onto your belly, widen out your feet, and then scoop up into extended cobra. Open up all through the front of the body. You can keep your elbows bent. Next, exhale, curl the toes onto the mat and drag your hips up and back. We'll paddle it out here. Find your breath again. When you're ready, step forward with your right foot, taking a big breath in. You can always drop your left knee to the mat first, then bring that right foot forward. We'll meet here in the lunge. On your next exhale, bring the left foot to the front. Legs are a little straighter here. Drop your head. Take a big breath in, reaching the hands up and back. Exhale, drop it down. Bend your knees. Drop your head. Inhale, left foot comes back. Drop the knee, top of the foot. Hold your breath for plank. Exhale, drop knees, chest, chin. Inhale, scoop up for extended cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time inhaling, stepping your left foot forward. However you get there is fine. Pause in your lunge. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, bring your right foot forward, straight legs. Inhale, arms up and back. Exhale, drop it down. We'll do one more round like this. So when you're ready, inhale, right foot back, drop the knee. Hold your breath, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward, finding your lunge. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, arms up and back. Exhale, dropping down. Inhale, left foot back. Drop the knee. Hold your breath, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms to chest. So we'll pause here for a moment. Again, find that nice standing pose that you had earlier. Noticing a little bit of a difference this time within the body. So we'll just patiently wait here, letting everything settle back down again. Now we'll make our way through Sun Salutation B. So this is the one that starts with chair pose. So we'll set ourselves up. You might have your big toes together, your heels slightly out, so you're in a triangle shape with your feet. Palms might stay at the chest. Then sit back into your chair, point your tailbone down, keep your hands here, or you can reach them up at a 45-degree angle, and then maybe look straight out between your fingers. or you can look down just at the top of your mat. Staying here for a few breaths, making those legs nice and strong. Remember, you're always stronger than you think you are, so maybe you can go a little bit deeper here. Keep pressing those fingers away here. Don't let the arms just flop. They're still nice and strong. One more full breath in. As you exhale, fold forward, straightening up your legs, bringing your hands onto your shins. Inhale for a halfway lift, so you have a flat back. Exhale, drop it down. Drop your head. Let everything get loose here. On your next breath in, bring your right foot back behind you, setting yourself up for warrior one, so it's not going the full way back. And you have that back foot on a 45-degree angle. Bend your front knee over your front ankle. Sweep your hands up as you inhale, coming into warrior one. Making sure that your hips are square to the front of your mat. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Remember, there's magnets in your feet here, so they're pulling towards each other. And if your back leg or knee feels uncomfortable here, you can always lift up that back heel up off the mat. So again, here you're getting stronger in this warrior pose. Take a few big breaths in and just embrace the pose. On your next exhale, fold forward over that front leg, landing your hands either side of your front foot. Pick your back heel up off the mat and then step yourself back into downward facing dog. Now from here you can start to pick your right knee up towards your nose. It doesn't matter how much distance is in between the nose and the knee, just keep squeezing them towards each other. Keep pushing yourself away from your mat. Take a big breath in and then step that right foot forward in between your hands. Back into a high lunge this time. We'll pivot on your back foot. So now it's on a 45-degree angle. Front knee stays over front ankle. Inhale to sweep the hands up, finding your warrior one on the opposite side. Hips are square to the front, shoulders are relaxed. Take a few big breaths here. On your next exhale, fold forward over your front leg. This time your back foot comes forward to meet the front foot, back into your standing forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, drop it down. We'll let everything hang here for a second or two. Now you can start to set yourself back up for chair pose. So maybe your big toes come back in towards each other. Palms can come to the chest. Sit back and point that tailbone down. Maybe reach the arms out in front. Keep breathing here. This is a challenging pose, but remember, you're stronger than you think, and you can do anything for 15 seconds. Maybe you can go a little bit lower. Last chair pose of the day. Take a big breath in and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, drop back down. Inhale, step your left foot back, 45-degree angle. Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, fold forward. Step back into downward facing dog. Pick your left knee up towards your nose now. Really squish the two together. Push yourself away from your mat. Take a big breath in and then step that left foot forward. You can always help it forward with your hands. Pivot on your back foot, so it's on a 45-degree angle. Front knee over front ankle. Inhale to reach up, warrior one. Last warrior pose here, so make it your best one so far. Every muscle in your body here is working. Your shoulders are still relaxed. Keep pulling your feet towards each other. Take one more big breath in and then exhale, fold forward. Step that back foot to the front. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, drop it down. And let's stay here for a few seconds. Let everything settle again. You can have a generous bend in your knees. Let the muscles of your neck relax. And just let everything drip towards the mat. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Slowly, slowly start to roll yourself up. Back of the neck, last part to straighten. And before we come back down to lie on the mat, you might just find that standing pose again. You can close your eyes or just relax your vision. Spine nice and tall. And just let all the blood flow back down towards your feet. Take another big inhale breath here. And as you exhale, you can start to open the eyes again. And we'll slowly make our way back down to lie on the backs. So taking a little pause here, if you want to grab some water, feel free to do that. And then make yourself as restful as possible, taking up as much space as you need, and just let your body rest and recover here. And then in your own time, you can come to sit on your mat again, this time with your legs out long in front of you. So we're coming into nose to knee pose. We'll be sitting here on the mat. So as always, grab some cushions if that makes it feel better. Now you're bringing the sole of your right foot up into your left thigh. Inhale to reach up. And as you exhale, fold forward over this left leg. Wherever the hands land is fine. And then encourage your nose to come down towards your knee. If this right knee becomes uncomfortable, you can always put a cushion in underneath. And we'll stay here for 2 minutes in total. And as we slow down here and hold this pose, it gives you a lot more time just to see what's going on in the body. So you can just observe all the sensations that you feel. And you can connect to your breath, each inhale lifting you slightly out of the pose, each exhale helping you to go a little bit deeper. If you want to go a little bit deeper here, you can flex this left foot and gently press the back of your left knee closer to your mat. And that will engage the muscles a little bit more. And we'll start to come back out of the pose now, so you might use your hands against your mat to slowly bring you back up. When you're ready, we'll switch legs. So this time your left foot comes in towards your right thigh. Same thing again, cushions under here if needed. Inhale to extend up, exhale to fold, dropping your nose towards your knee. And of course, this is a fresh side of the body, so taking some time for the muscles to open. You can just patiently wait here and then just start to observe as everything gets a little bit looser. You might notice in this pose your neck and shoulders tend to clench up. They're trying to protect your head. So just give them the signal that it's okay to relax here. Maybe you can just let your head get a little heavier. Take it deeper if you want to by flexing your foot and pressing your bottom knee to the mat. We'll start to come out again, so press yourself away from your mat. You might lean back on your hands here, and we'll do some windshield wipers again. So exhale to drop, inhale to lift. Now we're coming to lie on the front of the body, so you can swing those feet back behind you and make your way down to lie on your belly. Once you're there, you can come into crocodile pose, so bring your big toes together, heels drop out, and then rest on your pillow. And you might close your eyes here and just scan through the back of your body, seeing if you can release anything that's clenched. Now we'll bring ourselves back. We'll make our way into baby cobra. So the feet come together, shoelaces press into the mat, palms can come next to your chest, and then forehead can come to the mat. Push your feet down, inhale, peel your head and chest up off the mat, and maybe bring your hands up to hover here too. Each inhale lifts you a little bit higher. Try not to drop down through your exhale. And we're just staying here for a few breaths. Relax your shoulders. Keep breathing. We'll take one more full breath in. Maybe you can go a little bit higher. And then exhale, take it back down. Come back into your crocodile. Big toes find each other again. And just let everything flop here. We'll bring ourselves back. This time we're coming into locust pose. So you can have your feet a bit wider than hip distance apart. Arms can come down alongside the body with the palms faced up. Same thing. Inhale to peel your head and chest up. Lift your hands and press them down towards your feet. Feet can stay where they are, or they can come to hover up off the mat as well. And keep trying to peel more of your torso up off your mat with each breath in. To take it a bit further here, you could interlock your fingers and then press your fist down towards your feet. Take one more full breath in. And then exhale, start to bring it back down. Palms landing next to the chest this time. We're going to take it back into child's pose. So slowly start to lift yourself up. Bring the knees in underneath, and you can keep them together this time. Hands can reach towards the front of the mat, or they can come back to rest next to your feet. Forehead comes towards the mat as well here. Or alternatively, you can rest your forehead onto your hands. So take your time, see what works. And then when you're ready, just settle into your child's pose. Each inhalation rounding the back a little bit more. And each exhale helping you to get a little bit smaller. to come out of the pose now. Your next breath in can start to lift you back up. We'll come to sit on the mat with the legs out long in front. And then from here, we're coming into a half spinal twist. So you can start by bringing your right foot to the outside of your left knee. Right hand comes in behind your tailbone, and then your right arm will prop up the spine. Inhale to reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, rotate to hook your elbow to the knee, and then slowly start to look behind you. Each inhale lengthens. Each exhale helps you to twist. We'll start to slowly come back to center. You can undo your legs, shake them out. And we'll go to the opposite side, so your left foot coming to the outside of your right knee, left hand in behind the tailbone, right arm reaching up. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist, slowly starting to look behind you. We'll start to make our way back to center, undoing everything, shaking out the legs. And then you can come back to lie on your back. Once you're there, we'll end our practice with reclined cobbler. So you can take the soles of your feet together, diamond shape with the legs, and here, the further away your feet are from you, the easier this is going to be. So you can choose whatever will work for you. And then let your palms face the sky. Let gravity take over here. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to do anything. Just take big belly breaths here. Check in on your shoulders and your jawbone. Maybe they can be a little bit looser. We'll just take 3 more big breaths here, so try to concentrate on them. Now you might use your hands to gently pick those knees back up so they're beside each other. You might need to do some windshield wipers here to release that pose. And you can always just pause here with your knees dropped to the side. And then you can do whatever last little stretches or poses that you need to do here. You might bring your knees back towards your chest again if you need to release your back, or you can do happy baby pose. And before we come into the final relaxation, make yourself as comfortable as possible. So if you have a blanket nearby, you can grab it or put some extra clothes on. Make sure you're comfortable. And setting yourself up now for your most relaxing pose. Take up as much space as you need. And then just let your body drop into the mat. So drop all of your bones, all of your muscle, all of the liquid of your body. And just let everything get heavy, everything dripping into your mat. We'll take the last few minutes of the practice here just to completely relax. And then I'll let you know when it's time to come back. we'll start to bring a little bit of awareness back now. There's no rush to do so, but you can make your way to lie on the right side of your body. And then we'll slowly start to make our way back up, coming back into a seat on the mat. When you're there, just sit whatever way is most comfortable, lengthening up through your spine again, and then maybe closing your eyes. Take a deep inhale breath again, and then a long breath out, letting go of whatever you don't want to take with you. We'll take one more big breath in together. And as you exhale, you can start to open the eyes again. And we will officially end our practice here. So thank you so much for joining me.